Hi, this is Nicholas Bell with IONCINEMA, here to review Aviva, the latest film directed by Boaz Yakin, which would have premiered at the 2020 South by Southwest Film Festival that was canceled, and it will be available on digital on demand June 12th, 2020, courtesy of Strand Releasing. Mr. Yakin, of course, his debut was 1994's Fresh, starring Samuel Jackson, kind of arrived in that clutch of films, American independent films directed by black people in the 90s. You can lump it in with that, even though Mr. Yakin himself is not black. Who of course went on to direct a number of notable studio films, most memorably Remember the Titans. He also did Safe with Jason Statham in 2012, and one of Brittany Murphy's last roles, Uptown Girls, in the early 2000s. Here he's doing something else entirely different. It's what you could describe as an experimental dance film. In short, it's about two characters, Aviva and Eden, who fall in love online. One of them lives in Paris, the other in New York, and they come together and then come apart again. But what's interesting is both characters, there's really four of them. There's two Avivas and two Edens, one of each gender. So they're playing with, Yakin is playing with different personalities that we each have, masc and femme orientations, in a way, in a casting decision that is reminiscent of what Louis Buñuel did, I think, with The Obscure Object of My Desire, where Angela Molina and Carol Bouquet both played Conchita, the chambermaid. But once you get beyond that, and there are a lot of dance interludes, the film plays, there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of montages where exposition is collapsed that feels and looks like maybe a sad commercial marketing something, but we really never get beyond what it is that makes these characters interesting beyond the experimental process of it. That and the dancers that are playing the characters, some of the acting is a little wooden, particularly by Tyler Phillips. I think Zina, Zinchenko and Schraiber, who both have accents, come across a little better with some of the English dialogue that is oftentimes very rapid fire, a lot of times directed at the audience. And with a running time of 1 hour and 55 minutes, this sometimes feels laborious to get through. At one point, one of the characters says, "I'm over this," and by that time you might agree. It does feel a bit like Gaspar Noé's less smutty younger brother directing a movie, but somehow, even with the queerness involved, it still feels very heteronormative in its universalizing of how we differentiate between love and lust at the end of the day. All's well that ends well. Aviva, I would give 2.5 out of 5 stars. An interesting effort, although one that outlasts its welcome, I'd say, by the midway point. Thank you.
Hey, this is Eric from IONCINEMA.com. If you want to support us, subscribe below. For more reviews, interviews, film festival coverage from Sundance, Cannes, Toronto, you want to check out these guys on this side.